speaking of quarterbacks, we did Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett. You bumped up Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson. Will he play this season? Check, and why?
I mean, I have no special insight on that, but from what I keep hearing, I've heard that the league wants it to be a year. I think that sounds good for the league to say that. I think that they know the Players Association will push back on that. I think it's a weird spot in that, as I said, 3-4 months ago when they signed him, that it's like, well, this all hinges on the notion that, like, well, no, there will never be any other accuser, so we're good going forward because we have all the information. If they hand down an 8-game suspension or whatever it winds up, let's say it's 8 games, then what happens if another damning accuser comes out? That's going to be bad on the league. It's also bad on the league, and I don't think they care. They're bulletproof. The NFL is bullet. There's nothing could really derail the league. So I don't think they're overly concerned. But MLB did shelve Trevor Bauer for a long time. I think the comp that should be more disconcerting, though, is like Calvin Ridley can't play for the whole year because he sprinkled a little change on a parlay. I get it. It's not one. The NFL isn't a court of law. It's a league. It's not bound by the laws of the U.S. That's for the U.S. judicial system to figure out. So I get that the NFL can't have gambling and players, that insinuation that players are involved in gambling. I get it, but still bad look if Calvin Ridley can't play for a year, but Deshaun Watson's, out there running around after 6 games in or whatever. So I don't know, man. I feel like 12, what you want to do is, if you're the league, is scuttle the Browns season. You want to punish them for making this move. And it's borderline conspiracy theorist kind of stuff. But I think that the other 31 ownership groups, even the ones that chased Deshaun Watson, who people have kind of let off the hook, like, hey, Falcons, you were in on him too. Like, it's not like you can just say, oh, where's your soul, Haslams? Well, there were other teams chasing him too. But only the Haslams guaranteed him $230 million. And forget it being Deshaun Watson, NFL owners don't want anybody making that level of guaranteed bank. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Goodell, right? I mean, they don't want that. It's crazy. I get it, but they want to hammer them for doing that. And I think the way to do it is to be like, well, we can't have this guy on the field. Like, it's bad. It's bad morally.
Yeah. It's too late now. I think they're gonna say a year. I'm thinking 8 to 10. That's what I'm thinking, because they got a few other stories where some of the females had switched stories. Like, it was all good at first, and now all of a sudden it's not all good. So it's leaning. It's not a good look because of the number, but when you send the bulletproof, definitely bulletproof. They do things their way, and we will see what happens with Deshaun Watson. But that 240 is guaranteed. I will say that, and he will play this year. It's gonna look good to the eye, but the NFLPA will appeal, and I think he's gonna play between 8 to 10 games.
You think he's going to play? So 17 game schedule. I'm still getting used to that. But so you think he plays about half a year?
He plays 7. Yeah, he's going to play 7. He'll play 7 games. My personal opinion.
I mean, it sounds plausible to me that's the way it sounds like it's tracking, because why would the NFL let it out? You know how battened down things are there, that it just gets out like, oh, the league is pushing for a year. Why would that news get out except to make themselves look good? Like, hey, world, we wanted a year, but the players union thought otherwise, and we can only take this thing so far. So he's back out there.
I mean, stuff on the league if they want people to know, because in that case you could have said 2 years. You could have leaked out saying, man, we're gonna give him 2 years, and he would have been suspended a year. The NFL PA would have said, heck no, we'll do a year. But that's just what it is. By the end of the day, it's still the quarterback-driven league. And you know what Deshaun Watson can do when he's on the field. Now, you just put him on the field with a supporting cast like that, you can only imagine. So you got an opportunity to have The AFC North is probably one of the best if Deshaun Watson played this year. Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson get his money, I mean, come on, bro. I mean, you can sit them on any team, and they're gonna be a game changer. We talking about 3 quarterbacks. We have yet to see what Mitchell Trubisky do in a Pittsburgh uniform, and we have yet to see what Kenny Pickett could do in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform. But between Joe Cool, Deshaun Watson, and Lamar Jackson, we didn't see what they did. I mean, Lamar Jackson, league MVP. Joe Cool just got him to the Super Bowl. Deshaun Watson, what he did with the OK roster. Now you give him that Cleveland Brown roster. I mean, come on, man. It's the AFC North got some quarterbacks. They got to have a resume when it comes down to quarterback. There's no other division in the NFL like the AFC North when it comes down to quarterbacks. And you want to talk about accolades and perks and awards. Then them 3 guys I just named: Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Joe Cool.